Welcome to my list fairy. Today I wanted to talk about a very specific moment in Breath of the Wild, about what it means, the possible interpretations, and the possibility of us getting an answer to it in Tears of the Kingdom, since this is a mystery that has yet to be solved officially by Nintendo. This all begins with the main quest, the Hero's Sword, which is the quest to get the Master Sword. It involves finding the Lost Woods and making its way through the mist using a torch and following the flames in the wind that point the right way. Once you get through the misty maze, you arrive at Korok Forest, and you're instantly met with a short cutscene of the Master Sword in its pedestal. Once you get close to it and try to pull it, the Deku Tree awakens and tells you about the quest and how you need to be strong enough to pull the sword. This simply involves having at least 13 hearts, or using a glitch, but that's not the point of the video. This quest, even though it's a main one, is completely optional, and you can complete the game without even setting foot in Korok Forest. However, one of the great rewards of doing so, other than obviously getting the Master Sword, is getting an extra memory. Once successfully pulling out the Master Sword, Link will get a flash of the moment Zelda brought the Master Sword to Korok Forest to be kept safe by the Deku Tree, after Link gets taken to the Shrine of Resurrection, and Zelda is preparing to head to Hyrule Castle to face Calamity Ganon herself. And this is the moment I want to talk about. Zelda is on a mission, and she tells the Deku Tree her plans and how she knows Link will come back for the sword once he awakens. Before she leaves though, in fears that she might not make it, she asks the Deku Tree to relay a final message to Link. I'll show you the moment here for you guys to see, and then we'll get into it.
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Deku Tree, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
So my question is, what was Zelda's message to Link? What did she want the Deku Tree to tell him? I think one could argue two things. On one side, you can say that she wants the Deku Tree to give him words of encouragement, or to give him information that will help him defeat Ganon. However, I don't think her message was about their quest to defeat Ganon, because she already entrusted Impa with that. When Link first arrives in Kakariko Village in Breath of the Wild, Impa tells him that Zelda has left him a message, and then goes on to explain about freeing the divine beasts and gathering strength to defeat Ganon. This was a smart and strategic move from Zelda, because Kakariko Village is the closest village to the Shrine of Resurrection, and Zelda knew Link would make his way there most likely before going anywhere else. And that meeting Impa would give Link the opportunity to learn about everything that happened. So her asking the Deku Tree to do the same would make no sense, because she would have known that Link wouldn't make it to Korok Forest very quickly after awakening in the Shrine of Resurrection, and by the time that he was strong enough to wield the Master Sword again, he would have already known what to do to defeat Ganon. Not to mention that if this was anything that could actually help Link in his mission, the Deku Tree interrupting Zelda and telling her to tell Link herself wouldn't have stopped Zelda. She would have relayed any type of life or death intel or information, regardless of what the Deku Tree thought. So to me, Zelda's message to Link is much more personal. Tell him I. She was talking about herself. Let's also analyze her response to the Deku Tree saying that her words would sound better in the tones of her voice because they are words intended for Link.
Tell him I...
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
She is happy. She smiles for the first time in I don't even know how long. She takes a second and says, yes. I think Zelda was going to say, tell him I love him, or a variation of a love declaration. To me, it's the only explanation that fits the dialogue, the circumstance, the response, and the overall vibe of the moment. Especially considering this moment happened not too long after Zelda's love for Link awoke her powers and saved him. I also really hope that this gets brought up in Tears of the Kingdom, because we don't get any hint of this message in the post-end scenes in Breath of the Wild. So what do you guys think? Was Zelda's message a declaration of love? Or could it be something completely different? Do you think the creators will forget about this in Tears of the Kingdom, or will we have a moment of revelation? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. Oh, before you leave, make sure you check out our Discord in the description of the video. It's a really fun server, and we'd love to have you.